welcome back to the second episode of the Origin Realms podcast. For those who don't know me, let me give quick introductions. My name is Eternal. I run this small YouTube channel focused mainly on Origin Realms content. I also have a second channel called Eternal Plays. That's just where I post all my other content and stuff. Let me give all my fans a little spoiler. I'm making a third channel. I don't want to give any spoilers because it might not be coming at all, to be honest, but I am workshopping a third channel, so be on the lookout because I think some of you will like it. The thing the channel's about, some people hate that game, but that's a little hint for you. It's a game, but I think some people will enjoy it, and I think it will be a good opportunity for me. Anyways, that's a little bit about me. I guess I should say, what is my place in the Origin Realms community? Like I said earlier, small Origin Realms creator, but I've also been a player, part of Origin Realms for a very long time, and I know a lot about the insides and outsides of Origin Realms and how it works. But I think that is everything we need to go over. So, today's topic, the thing we're talking about today, is some recent Aether updates that we have seen from the Origin Realms team. The Origin Realms team has recently posted a ton of new spoilers of the Aether collab they're working on with the actual mod team of the Aether. For those who don't know what the Aether is a dimension that was actually originally gonna be in Minecraft, but the original creator Notch decided that they would change it to the end, and it wasn't exactly the Aether wasn't exactly gonna be its full own dimension. I think it was just a placeholder for the end until they were gonna figure out what it meant. But yeah, moving on. Originally, they were that was one of their ideas, was to have an actual sky dimension that the players could go to. So they had that plan, but they also had things like the end plan. They had all this stuff planned. And yeah, so someone actually works at Mojang now. We'll talk about that soon, but someone decided to create recreate the Aether dimension, but it's not just one person, it was a whole team. Anyways, this person decided, hey, we should recreate the Aether dimension, so they made a full-on mod for the Aether dimension, and now, this mod has 2 mods for it because it's getting huge. The person who started this mod actually works at Mojang now. His username is King B Dogs, but his real name is Brandon. You may have seen him at Minecraft Live recently, or in the Minecraft YouTube channel video series. He actually is very influential to the recent updates of Minecraft, and now his team is working with Origin Realms to recreate the Aether dimension in Origin Realms. And so for the past few months, they have been working together to figure out all this stuff. So yeah, that's exciting. Anyways, moving on. recently, the Origin Realms team has given us a few more updates to the Aether project. And yeah, so recently they've given us some updates to their work on the Aether dimension. So to give a basic rundown on what they've been like updating on the most is they actually have sent a picture of the Aether, like a prototype of the Aether, like in the Origin Realms dev updates thing. And so today we're actually going to be looking at some of these photos and talking about them because they have some stuff in them that we have not seen yet. Because the only thing we've seen of the Aether, like so far visually, is the portal and the little pig, like the pig. If you were at the Origin Realms stage event, you might have seen it. It was like in the trailer, a pig popped out of the trailer and kind of jump scared the player. And so that's the only thing we've seen visually of the Aether from Origin Realms. So I think the first thing we should talk about is before they release the image, they actually are talking about what they want to do with the Nether and the Overworld being in realms. Because if you were at the stage event, they did say they are trying to figure out a way that you can have the Nether in your realm. And so the team currently is discussing what they should do with that whole situation. So they've discussed two main ideas they have for this whole system. So currently they have two options. So one option they're discussing is they make it so that you can build the portals and go to the dimension just in your realm, you know? But well, and this isn't just for the Aether, you can go to the Nether the same way. So they've been discussing that, but they've also discussed that they should just make it so that you can set your realm to that as a preset for the realm. For those who don't know what presets are, they're like the things, like it's how you pick what you want your realm to be before you make it. And so that's what a preset is for those who don't know what a preset is. But here are the problems with each one. So the problem with the first option, the one where you can just build to those realms, is they're scared it would basically triple your realm size. And this doesn't sound bad to a player, but to the Origin Realms like servers and staff, this is scary that because that would take up so much storage and memory. So that's the main thing they're scared of with allowing players to create the dimensions themselves. The other option, I feel like the main problem everyone has with it is that it's just kind of disappointing compared to the first option. And I feel like if they did choose this option, I could get over it. I think many other players could get over it. It would be hard, but I think we could do it. So yeah, that's what they've been discussing for a bit now. Another thing they discussed before they released that one image is they've been discussing about a rocket boot rework, because I don't know if they're disappointed with it. I think they just kind of want to change it a bit. So rocket boots will now be an Aether item. That's kind of all we've gotten. The team is reworking them into an Aether item. and they will be obtained differently. They will probably be renamed and look different, but they'll perform the same as they used to. And that's kind of like the only details they gave. What are my thoughts on this? I think rocket boots are something that maybe should be a bit rarer, because when they released I forgot what the update's called. Let me check what it is. Anyways, when they released the Echoes of the Darkness update, like, I remember, like, players like 2 blocks up were just like going ancient city hunting like all the time, and they were draining out all these rocket boots and all these like relics and stuff, and making so much money off of it. Like, it was insane. Like, they were making thousands upon thousands of rubies like every half an hour. Like, it was just crazy. And people still do this sometimes. Rocket boots are still pretty high up in price. They haven't really changed much, which surprises me. I thought inflation would catch up to them, or, do something. So that's actually what led to the team nerfing that update like a ton. But yeah, I feel like this is needed. I feel like rocket boots should not, like, they're an item that should be unique to like crates, and they need to be like a tiny bit harder to get. I don't know how hard getting to the Aether will be. We will just have to find out like how it will feel. So yeah, that's that. And that's kind of my thoughts on it. Now, we finally have gotten to the actual update that the team gave. So, here's what Enderjai said. Hello, everybody. It's finally about time we talk about the Aether. The team has been making immaculate progress on this update. Tons of new assets and models are being made. World Gen is looking extremely beautiful, and lots of new mobs are in the works as we speak. Before we share dev updates on the amazing development progress, I wanted to share the image that started it all. This was the first image I put together before development started on this update, using a local pack and a hand-built world, to give the team a vision of what the Aether on Origin Realms can look like, and push us in a direction. Now I'm showing it to you guys, and give you a good vision of what it will look like. I'm happy to say that the development of the world generation has already met the vision of this concept world I made, and has even surpassed the vision in many ways, as well as lots of new plants and assets for the worlds that have been created, making the world look even better since this image was made. This is the first of many #dev updates, so I hope you look forward to seeing how it's all shaping together within the weeks to come. So when I saw that was very exciting. So this image actually is slightly old, but it looks absolutely incredible. I love it a lot. And I think Enderjai's, this is just like what he loves to do. He loves to make concepts, and that's what I love about. That's why Enderjai's is my #1 favorite artist, is because he's going above and beyond for this team. And it does make me sad, because he does say once Hytale does like finally release. Also, that game, I haven't said that name in a while. Hytale? Oh, that's a whole can of worms to open. Anyways, it's sad that he's gonna leave once, like, because he said he wants to join their team, and I get that, but I mean, look at all the work he's done on Origin Realms, but you know, at least we'll have Kyo as his successor. And I think Kyo is like, I don't know what is going on with Origin Realms, but the artists always go like above and beyond compared to most of the other team. Not saying that some of them have not, but like the artists, I've seen a lot more like stuff from them. So basically, to describe the image for you, and I might put this on like the screen for all the video watchers. Also for the audio listeners, I'm sorry. But hey, welcome to the podcast. Hope you're having a good day. Um but basically the image is just like, you know, your Aether basically, but it has like different generation. There's these trees like all around. Like there's some new trees. There's some trees that look like oak trees, but I think they are a bit different. I can't tell. There's these two little like floaty things in the sky. There's like clouds in the sky. There's this weird dinosaur looking creature in like the background. There's the Aether pig like sitting like near like this rock thing. Like it's like a cliff. I can't tell what it is, but it looks pretty Origin Realmsy, if you know what I mean. And there's a ton of new assets in this photo, and it just looks incredible, and I'm impressed by what Energize can do with Minecraft. Like he has done so much on Minecraft, and it's just insane what he can do. So that's the basic rundown on you. So another thing that the team actually gave us, and this wasn't in a dev update or anything, this was just random, is a picture of a new mob coming to Origin Realms. We haven't seen this one yet, but you know the dinosaur looking creature I was talking about earlier? Well, we actually got some images of it from, I think it was Kyo. I think Kyo released some images of it. But I don't think they were happy with the original design, so they remade it. And so we have this weird dinosaur creature looking thing. I'll put the images on screen, but it's like, it kind of looks like the, what is it called? It's, you know, the movie Up from like Pixar, and they're like exploring the woods and they find that dinosaur. That's what it kind of reminds me of. It's like a bird mixed with a, well, dinosaurs were birds. I forget about that sometimes, but yeah, I'll put the images on screen so you guys can see. Sorry again to the audio listeners, but I think it's pretty easy to get on the podcast and see. So yeah, it's like this bird looking thing. It has like green like feathers, and then towards the tips of the feathers it like turns purple. It's like legs and body is like yellow, its neck is yellow. It has like a yellowish beak, it has a mouth. It's a very interesting design. Its eyes are like fully black, and then there's one green dot inside, so that's a bit creepy, but I like it. I like creepy stuff. So, well, actually, you know what its face reminds me of? It reminds me of the friendly long course, if any of you know what that is. That is an old thing. But yeah, so that's what they've released. Let me give my thoughts on these. So from what I've seen of the Aether, it looks actually like really amazing. Like I think the Energize gave like a really good, like he made a really good concept for the team to base their work on, and it just looks absolutely incredible. The assets he made they look good. One thing I'm curious about is the clouds in the photos. They don't look like models. They actually, well, I shouldn't say that. They don't look like, you know, the Minecraft clouds. They look like actual blocks. So I'm wondering, will you be be able to stand on these blocks? And if not, will these be obtainable blocks that basically how they work is they're like full blocks, but you fall through them, kind of like powdered snow, except would you like fall through them at like full speed? That would be a really interesting block to see. I don't know what its functionality could be, but I think there could be something they could do with that. Another question I have is, do the flying things in the sky, do they have like any like correlation with the clouds? Like, do they like do something with the clouds? And like, I'm wondering, like, are the cloud creatures like hostile? Because I'm worried that if they're hostile, they might be a bit difficult to defeat, but I guess that's what the gas does, so it doesn't really matter if it flies or not. But like, I don't know, just like think about that. Like, how would that gameplay style like be? Is my question. And the pig, like, how will the pig work? Will it, like, when you attack it, does it fly? Cause like, I don't want my bacon to fly away. I think the bird creature is hostile. I don't remember if it is or not. I don't even know if it's in the Aether mod, like, itself. This might be an Origin Realms exclusive, which is cool, because I like to see new mob designs. So, I guess moving away from the photos and stuff, I want to talk about how will the Aether, like, correlate to the future of Origin Realms? Because I feel like the Aether might have some, like, it might lead us to a new chapter of Origin Realms. Because one, like, with Blight, think of Blight. Blight is gonna be something that is planned to be in every single biome. And that actually that kind of reminds me, will the Aether have its own blight biome? Because if so, that would be really cool. Like, if we saw an Aether blight biome, I think that would be really fun. And like, I'm wondering, like, just wondering, like, will the Aether like do anything like the blight did, like where it has more in store that we just haven't seen? Also, technical wise, does this update have like, will it develop anything like technical behind the scenes? Like, could we see better technologies from this update? Which, well, yeah, that's a bit boring for all the players who don't care about technical stuff, but for players like me who love the technical side of Origin Realms, like, will this like expand their technology and their like resources with the collab of the Aether team? I think there could be something that might help, that might improve the current technology we have on Origin Realms. And speaking of improving things, I feel like if they do release this, if they do somehow release this before Minecraft Live 2024, and I'm really excited for that whenever it's gonna happen. Whenever they release the, like, if they release this before Minecraft Live, I feel like there's a likely chance that this will get word to the devs, because King B-Dogs has a close relationship with the Aether team, and so I feel like there is a chance that we could see Origin Realms finally getting like a huge spotlight on it. I feel like if Origin Realms release this update before Minecraft Live, they could actually get like shown at Minecraft Live, like in the community like showcase or whatever it's called at the beginning. Like I feel like this is a great opportunity for Origin Realms, and I'm happy that they actually collabed with the Aether team, because if they did this by themselves, like that would have been really hard for them to do. And so I'm really excited to see like what this will do for Origin Realms, like as a community, as a part of the Minecraft community. Another thing I feel like that might correlate with the Aether is, what about the end? Like with the introduction of the Aether, like could we see the end at some point? Could we see the end finally making its introduction into Origin Realms somehow? Because I feel like the Aether and the end have some sort of correlation to each other. Both the end and the Aether have floating islands, and they have similar generation. Well, not exactly. Like some of the generation is very different, but you know what I mean. Like, could we see stuff like that? And I do wonder how this will improve like other experiences on Origin Realms, like multiplayer, quality of life, PvP, PvE, you know, all that stuff. And how this will improve, yeah, Origin Realms as a whole. I think that's all I wanted to discuss about on how the Aether might affect the future of Origin Realms and just like other aspects in general. So now I want to talk about some stuff I would like to see in the Aether. So one thing I'd like to see in the Aether is, I would like to see, you know how when you're going up the spire at Blight and there's like those little, like, I don't know what they're called, the little geysers that push up wind. I would love to see more wind mechanics in the Aether, because the Aether just feels like it would be a windy place. It feels really high up, so it really feels like, you know, it would have some sort of wind incorporation. I would also love to see them do something related to like the Mountain Peaks DLC from Minecraft Dungeons, because it feels like some of the stuff in that DLC could really fit in like the Aether structures, world generation, you know, that type of stuff. It feels really similar. Like they have that weird tint of green trees, and they have the orange trees. Like it feels really like incredibly similar. Like I would love to see a new like boss, or not boss, but a new golem called the Squall Golem get added to the Aether, and just mountain structures in general. If you guys don't know what the Squall Golem is, it's an enemy in Minecraft Dungeons. Basically how it works is whenever it's activated by wind, it will like turn on and start attacking you, which is really interesting. You can go search up what they are, but like I would love to see something like that be added to the Aether. Another thing I want to see is island like layers, cuz this is something that like players have discussed with like the end. They'd love to see like stuff that's they'd love to see like the end with different like heights of islands instead of them all being like at the same level. And I'd love to see the Aether have different heights of islands, so like maybe there's one under a giant one, and then above that giant one there's like two small ones. Like that would be really interesting, and I kind of wonder how that would like affect gameplay. and that type of stuff. Another thing that I'd love to see in the Aether is, this one is very abstract, but they use the wind symbol, like, you know how wind has that symbol where it's like a swirly? I'd love to see more incorporation of like the air symbol in like blocks and stuff. So maybe like the chiseled stone of the Aether would have like that swirl thing on it. Maybe there could be a new enchantment that, well, actually no, that doesn't really have anything to do with the air symbol, but I feel like more stuff could have that. Another thing I'd love to see is a crate for like an Aether styled set of stuff. Because for those who don't know, crates are actually getting an update soon. They are changing. They will no longer be like the crates we have now. Instead, they'll be bought through an in-game currency, and they'll just give you like a ton of items. And I actually think that crate like change might have something to do with Josh getting hired. For those who don't know who Josh is, he's like the financial advisor of Origin Realms. He's like in charge of all the marketing stuff. He doesn't really contribute to updates at all. Well, I think he does, because he gets in meetings with like Energize and Keo sometimes and like all the other people. But I think he has something, like he contributes like ideas and stuff. So yeah, I'd love to see a crate with like an Aether style set. I'd love to see more unique items that could be helpful to the player in the Aether. I'd love to see a special new cave biome, because I feel like you could fit like small caves in the Aether. I feel like that's a possibility. I want like some sort of underground for the Aether. That would be cool. So I'd love to see like a new Aether underground biome. I don't know what it would be, but I feel like it should incorporate like the idea I had earlier, wind. So I also think the team did say they're adding a new boss along with the Aether stuff. I don't remember if that's true or not, but I think it is. I'd love to see the boss be similar to the Marauder fight. Like, well, not similar, but like the end, like how rewards are calculated should be similar, because Origin Realms did say on their stage event they want to do updates that like encourage multiplayer, because multiplayer is like their whole goal is to be the next generation of Minecraft multiplayer. That's literally like their slogan. So yeah. So I'd love to see the boss fight be calculated on if you're going solo or with the team, because if you're going with the team, you'll probably defeat it faster, which means you'll get more rewards and better rewards. So I would love to see them encourage multiplayer somehow in the Aether and its boss fight. I'd love to see, I think this boss fight should have some unique attack, like a unique attack style compared to the bosses we already have in Minecraft and the boss we already have in Origin Realms, that being the Marauder. For those who don't know who or what the Marauder is, it's a boss in Origin Realms that is the first Blight boss. It is like an illager jockey kind of dude. You'll have to search it. I can't really explain it in crazy detail. But yeah, the Aether is just really fascinating to me, and I would love to see them do something with that. Yeah, so I want the Aether update to have a lot of multiplayer like promotion in it, if that makes any sense. Another thing I'd love to see is, I don't know if the team will watch this, but if they do, guys, just like the Blight update, you gotta have a balloon promo. And I just had the perfect idea for that promo. You should do the mini like cloud flying creature thing as a promotional balloon. I think that would be so, like, I would definitely buy that, because that would be a really cool balloon. But yeah, I think there's a lot more I'd love to add. I just think it's too much. Actually, no, hold on. One more idea. Along with this Aether update, I feel like we should get a new finish. And I feel like this finish should have something, like, it should be themed off like air as an element, or like something like that. That would be really cool to see, since we didn't really get a promo this year. Well, not a promo, a finish this year. I feel like we should get it like as a little addition. The team did say, I think they did say they're just too busy to like add finishes right now, but if they could somehow sneak it in, maybe even by the help of like other players, like the Origin Realms team, y'all need to like get Sir Reese into this, like, because he loves the shader stuff, he loves coding, he loves all that. You guys should hire him, honestly, because he's a really good coder. I think he's still learning, but still, I think he could do some stuff on Origin Realms. But yeah, I think that's like all the ideas that I kind of have that I wanted to cover in this podcast. And that's kind of all the updates we've gotten so far. I think soon we will see more, and I might cover it in like little segments in like the next few podcasts. But yeah, sorry, this podcast is probably going to be, well, it might be shorter than the first episode. We'll see, cuz I recently had to cut a part out of the first episode cuz private reasons, but I think that this episode was a good length, and I think it went good, and I'm excited to see you all in the next episode. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, if you have any ideas for the next topics I should do in the next podcast, leave it down in the comments. Remember to subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I will see you all in the next podcast. Goodbye.